Hello students, it's Miss Tron. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a pattern snake. You can come up with your own patterns on it. So pattern, in our example, is just going to be a color sequence that repeats. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. In addition, we're going to be using some lines to help us draw our snake. So the first thing I'm going to show you is some easy steps to draw your snake. And then from there, we're going to go back into talking about pattern. So please go get a pencil. And remember, if I'm going too fast, all you have to do is slow down the video or stop it or pause it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is work on our forked tongue. So just about maybe an inch or so away from the paper, I'm going to go over just a little bit, and I'm going to do two lines. Two short diagonal lines. This is going to end up being my forked tongue. Okay? From there, I can either do a straight line over, or I can do even a kind of a gentle curve over. Because sometimes a snake, when it flicks its mouth out, it's not always the most perfectly straight line. From there, I'm going to draw these two lines. These are also diagonal lines. One way to think about the shape of the head, it's kind of a diamond shape. So you could either draw it as a diamond shape with very straight lines or slightly curved lines. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a diagonal line going up from the tongue and a diagonal line going down from the tongue. And this is going to be the front part of the face. Okay, so that's the next step. From here, I'm going to curve it around and make it go down a little bit here. And I'm going to curve around here and make it go up a little bit. So I've got this kind of diamond shape there. Now, if that shape is too hard for you to do, if this is your snake tongue here, you can simply do a diamond. Okay? So you can also just do a diamond for your head, whatever works best for you. We're going to start with the top line, and we are going to make an S curve going around, okay? So my idea with this is if you draw pretty slowly, you will end up having a very nice curved line. So from the top part of the head where it's going down to this neck, I'm gonna bring a curve around that gets kind of close to the edge. It's actually like, I'm actually making the letter S. How interesting. And then I'm gonna bring this back. Right here, don't get too close to the side on this side, okay? So I'm bringing it back around, and I'm gonna curve it around. So I have my S shape here. And right here at the end, I can end it, or if I want to add a little bit more curve down, I can curve it down like that. That's when we'll be bringing our point of our tail together. Okay, so you can slow down, and of course, if you made a mistake, you can just erase your art. So now I'm going to make a parallel line. So it's as if I'm copying this first line, but I'm just going to go about an inch away. So here I go. I'm just kind of going around, following that curve around, trying to draw it very, very slowly, trying to keep it a similar distance away from the other line, about an inch away. So I'm just going to go down. And as I get closer to the end, I want, if you can, try to bring your pencil to a point at the other end, okay? So there is my snake. I can, on either side of the head, I can do 2 oval eyes like this. Now, if you want to, which I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and trace my snake lines. You can, or you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I decided I'm going to do it just so my snake pops out a little bit more and maybe you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go around like this. And bring it back around to the tail. Okay, I think I'm pretty pleased with my art now. You can always go back and erase on anything that needs a little help. Now what I'm going to do is all across my snake, I'm going to add straight lines going down. That's one way that you can design your snake, is just add lines down it. Now, I suppose you could, if you would like to, if this is part of your snake here, there is another way to pattern your snake, and that's by doing diagonal lines, if you want it to look more like scales, and then go back and do diagonal lines in the opposite direction, all the way down your snake. So that's also a way you could make more like scales on your snake. It's really up to you. So I'm just going to go around and add some straight lines across. Now you could give them a little curve if you want to, or you could just keep them straight based on your ability level. The thing in art is just do your best, okay? So once I've done this, I want to start thinking about a color pattern. The color pattern I chose here, and whenever you have a pattern, it's something that repeats, I picked orange, red, orange, red, orange, red. So that's a simple A, B pattern. But you could do something else. You could do an A, C, B. All right, sorry, an A, B, C. A, B, C. I could do red, orange, green. Red, orange, green. Red, orange, green. Or maybe I want to do an A, B, C, D pattern, or an A, C, C pattern. Red, red, orange, orange. Red, red, orange, orange. Red, red, orange, orange. Red, red, orange, orange. Or a red, orange, green, brown. Red, orange, green, brown. Red, orange, green, brown. Whatever pattern you decide upon, color it in the spots. Okay, so that would be the next thing. You can also color in the head however you want to. You could go in and color in your snake's tongue. Just for time's sake here, I'm not going to color in my snake, but I would like you to. Now, there's one other thing you can do that can be really fun. If the sun is shining on this side of the snake, we're going to see a little shadow here. So it's going to have a little bit of a value change. So after you've colored in your snake with whatever pattern you want, you can do a value change. And there's a few ways to do that. One thing is just to the side of your snake like this, you can very gently go in with some pencil. We're not really going to create a shadow on this side because this is where the sun is coming from. So that's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is decide what color your ground is. I think I'm going to make mine grass, okay? So I'm just using the side of one of my color sticks. These are kind of a cool material. Color sticks are what's in colored pencils, but it's in a stick. They're kind of neat. Or you could just unwrap a crayon if you want to and use it on the side. Whenever I'm coloring in the side, I hold my crayon on the side like this. So here I am working in the grass. And then if I want to create a shadow on it, what I could do is either go in a little bit more darkly with my color stick or my crayon. So if everything's kind of a light green, but right here where we want our shadow, the shadow would be not on the left side of your snake, but on the right side of your snake, okay? So if I go in here and just kind of make it slightly darker on the right side of the snake, all the way up to the tongue, just making it a little bit darker, it's going to kind of make our snake look a little bit more three-dimensional because we're casting a shadow. The snake is creating a shadow, okay? So those are the things you can do. Now, please color in if you have crayons, and that's that. I hope you enjoyed this lesson all about pattern and line. Please remember on your snake to color in whatever kind of pattern you want to, but make sure it's consistent and it repeats all the way down. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day.